Do you feel mysteriously stuck somewhere in your business and you don't know why? Do you ever wonder why some people are moving faster than you and you can't figure out why you're not moving as fast? Or do you ever doubt yourself and feel a bit like a fraud and you don't know why, even though you have all the experience and expertise that proves the contrary? The reason you feel this way is because you have a shadow side, just like everyone else in the world. And once you understand what your shadow side is and how to transform it, your life will begin to shift and it will never be the same. So what is a shadow side? Well, our shadow side is an unconscious part of us that contains part of ourselves and maybe personality traits that we can't admit to having, or we are not able to see them, or we don't even think they exist in us. It's called a shadow because Carl Jung, a prodigy of the father of modern psychology, Sigmund Freud, observed that we have aspects of our personalities that we don't expose to either ourselves or other people, and in that respect, they remain outside of the light of consciousness. No one is really born with a shadow. You develop them when you're young as your early experiences, your families, friends, and your culture teaches you that certain aspects of you are weaknesses or just undesirable. That's why some of the most common shadows are perceived as being negative. It's that part of you that doesn't want people to think you're selfish or materialistic or lazy or bitch, which is why you probably decided not to own that trait and worked hard to hide it from the world and pretty much from yourself. Shadows can also be positive aspects of ourselves that never see the light either. For example, being courteous or beautiful or brilliant, because you might not want anyone to hate you or not like you for being a too much girl. One of the darkest shadows that developed inside of me was that I didn't want people to think I was a bitch. So I rejected that part of my personality, and what happened is my shadow got thicker and blacker. Is that a word? I don't know. And it manifested itself as a girl who would never say no, a girl who tried to please everyone and please no one, a girl who people thought they could walk all over. I also found myself hating other people or being more judgmental, I guess, of those people that I thought were bitches. This is known as a projection. I was projecting my shadow onto other people because I hadn't dealt with my own shadow, and I suffered for it. I felt people were just mean, just really mean to me, and I didn't deserve being treated like that. But because I hated that bitchy side of me, it wasn't there to protect me from the people who wanted to walk all over me. If I gave my shadow the chance to speak to me at that time, it may have said something like this. Dude, no, she wouldn't say dude. She would say, please, you need to love yourself enough to have boundaries. You need to respect yourself enough. You need to use me and embrace me so you don't feel hurt or pained when you see me in others, but feel that you are entitled to be protective of your light and your energy. What I didn't realize back then is that when I was projecting my shadow on other people, it was to remind me of this aspect of me that I'd forgotten or dismissed, and that I could use it to set healthy limits and protect that which is noble, sincere, vulnerable, without being afraid to share this to the world. And I guess that it's okay to be human. It's okay to be human. That's my thing. That's my thing. It's okay to be human. And that's my gift. And this brings us to shadow work. A lot of people think shadow work and the thought of exploring the dark side of your personality can be a little scary, but the reality is that exposing your shadows to the light helps you to use them in a really positive way. For me, it meant integrating that bitchy side of my personality to become a person who can say no and doesn't try to please everyone. In this respect, shadow work is a continuous journey of self-development. Ooh, that sounded really nice. But it's also about loving those aspects of yourself and allowing them to have their place in the light of your consciousness rather than rejecting them. My mentor and coach, Debbie Ford, would teach us that we better use our shadows before it uses us. I can hear her voice right here. So just remember this. You give so much to the world. You're an overflowing well of knowledge and support for people. You're a manifester and you make things happen. You give and give. You hold space for so many people. Who holds a safe space for you? As a coach, I guide you to find the key to unlock your shadows and find your true gifts, to have more clarity, courage, passion, to break through that glass ceiling that's kept you stuck and in doubt. And we can do it fast. Let's talk. You can find me at Monica Pelayo and sign up for more. Thanks for watching A Moment with Monica.